The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has lasted already too long, and I would like to reiterate that the solution to it can be through meaningful negotiations only. Estonia will remain committed to supporting all efforts, especially by the Middle East Quartet, to resume direct negotiations between the Israelis and the Palestinians to achieve a two-state solution based on international law, relevant Security Council resolutions, and internationally agreed parameters. We reiterate our call on all parties to refrain from any unilateral steps that undermine the viability of the two-state solution. We welcome the mediating efforts and strong calls by the UN and other international and regional actors to de-escalate the situation. We also welcome organizing this open debate, and we call for a continued active engagement of this Council to address this situation. Thank you.
好了哈，谢谢。我现在请越南代表发言。
I thank China presidency for organizing this very timely open debate. I greatly appreciate Secretary General Antonio Guterres for his strong commitment to the peace in the Middle East. And I thank Special Coordinator Stogan Estland for its very informative briefings. I welcome the representatives of Palestine, Israel, Jordan, Egypt, Algeria, and the League of Arab States to our meeting today. Mr. President, it is the third time of the week the Security Council members are convening for the ongoing crisis. Vietnam joined with other members in expressing our grave concerns about the escalation of tension between Israeli and Palestinians, the rising number of casualties of both sides, and the massive destruction of objects indispensable to the survivors of civilian population. We condemn indiscriminate and disproportionate attacks on civilian and civilian objects. These serious violations of international humanitarian law are unacceptable. While it is important to address both immediate and root causes of the situation, it is number one priority now is to stop violence. We urge all parties to immediately cease fire, put an end to all acts of violence, and refrain from any action and rhetoric that could further complicate the situation. Provocation and incitement will only add fuel to the fire and ignite further violence. It is the security interest of all sides to de-escalate and not to issue any ultimatum or threat of war. Again, we call on Israel to stop the use of excessive force and all unilateral activities. It is equally imperative that stated quo of the holy site in the Jerusalem be upheld and respected. On the humanitarian front, the 2 million people in Gaza have been living in a dire condition even before the first round of bombardment. Thousands of people are fleeing their home to find shelter in UNRWA school amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Gaza's healthcare system, which has long been plagued with shortage of medical supplies, doctors, and electricity, is now facing the impossible task of tending to the mounting number of people wounded in the attack. The fact that Gaza is running out of the fuels for its electricity generator is very worrying in every aspect. Hospitals and access to water and sanitation services, President,